It's all happening. Shit. Yeah. Check. Okay, yeah, no.
Check.
It is all happening.
Okay.
This is here. We're doing this.
All right.
Sup? We're looking at
Have
fan
we
fiction.
have we started?
Yeah, it's starting like
This
right
is
now.
this is what the beginning will be.
I think so.
Okay.
They'll get better as they go along, probably.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I wouldn't definitively say that.
I'm gonna definitively say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
So, what we're doing today is.
you gotta, I know you're new to this, but you gotta welcome them to the show. You
Oh
gotta
shit!
say
Okay,
what this-
no, you. All right, you start it. I've never heard a podcast before, so you start, and I'm gonna.
I've
follow
heard
you.
two.
Okay,
Um,
that'll work.
So, thanks for checking out Awsten and Travis's Slumber Party. What we're gonna do is basically just read each other bedtime stories in the. Well, we're gonna be reading some water parks fan fiction. I want to be clear right off the bat that this is not coming from a like mean or mocking place, because we genuinely find these to be delightful. I think they're very fun to read. Would you agree with that?
They are very fun to read. There was one paper we got on the last tour, and it was like
Someone gave you one in person?
Dude, okay, let me just tell you. It was a strange thing, and if you're hearing this and this was you, I'm sorry. It was very weird though. Like, she goes, so I wrote. She goes, I just want to be clear. I wrote this for my class, and if I get it signed, I'll get extra points from my teacher. I was like, oh sure, and I signed
It's an
it.
interesting grading tactic.
Yeah, I agree. And and she was like, this is. Fuck, I'm trying to think of I don't want to fuck up the exact.
So is this someone that met you at the meet and greet?
Yeah, I was at a meet and greet.
So they
And
had to
she's-
pay like $50 to get a better grade on
It was
on a
not
paper.
$50,
Well,
but
I don't have to pay, so I don't know how much it costs.
right.
Sorry.
And
I just want to know if what they paid was worth that extra couple points.
oh, for sure, dude. I would pay $100 to like smell Jeff.
But would you pay $100 to bump your grade up a half a letter point?
No.
There you go.
Anyway, she brings it up, and she goes, and I got a copy for you as well. So I was like, oh, okay. And on the I was kind of skimming through it, and I was like, this looks like, I was like, is this fan fiction? She goes, no. And she like pointed at the front where it said, she wrote on there, this is not fan fiction. And I was like, okay. And
All my favorite books say that at on the cover.
this is not fan fiction. So I was kind of skimming through, and I saw that I was a part of it, and that I was interacting with someone named Sam. And I was like, oh, who's Sam? And she goes, that's Sam. And it was the person behind her, this other girl who's maybe like, I mean, she looked young. I'm going to say like 15 or 16. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And then, so we were reading it in the bus thing, like, and I was like, oh, what? Because the whole thing was like this romantic relationship between myself and that person. And I was like, dude, this thing is about me banging like a 15-year-old. This isn't good at all. And we were like freaking out. And
What if you signing it was like some kind of terrible endorsement?
I know, no. That's what
You're
I
gonna be
think
arrested.
Otto said, or John said. Somebody said that. I was like, fuck. I hope I didn't just like verify this story that didn't happen.
It was a signed confession.
Right. And but yeah. So then we started reading more of them online, just like a couple of them, and it was like, oh shit. Anyway, so it was a strange thing. It was foreign to me, and yeah. So I haven't really read too many since that time.
But you're about to now.
But we're about to now. This first one, the tree fic.
This first one is just called The Tree Fic. Okay. And the little description on it says, don't take this seriously. I was slightly drunk when I wrote it. I'm so sorry, Awsten and Jeff. I'm a terrible person.
It seems
So-
promising.
The fact that they apologized to you makes me think that they were comfortable with the idea that you would maybe read this.
Okay. Oh, what the hell?
Because-
Wattpad just sent me like a... Okay, got it. Here we go.
Okay.
Do you mean to start it?
All right. So once we open this link, we see a more. The actual title is Tree Sex.
Oh, man. Okay.
I'm liking the sound of this.
All right.
So this is
See, okay, I'm just going to say, this, like, some of this might come off as me, like, being freaked out, but try and put yourself in my shoes for a second. Pretend people you don't know at all, like strangers, are writing stories about you fucking your best friend.
I think it's cool.
It's weird. It's a weird thing.
Feel free to write me into these if you want to. I don't care at all.
There was one I felt the first one I ever read was me banging SpongeBob, and that was the most fucked up thing I've ever read in my whole life.
I'm a big SpongeBob fan.
Or I was. Now it's weird. I can't make eye contact with them.
How often do you make eye contact with SpongeBob?
Anyway, the tree fic.
Okay, how are we going to do this? Are we going to do, like, round robin in grade school? Like, you read a paragraph.
Round robin?
Is that what it was called?
I don't know, but I like that.
I don't know either.
Robin. All right.
Okay, so this is Tree Sex by Nerd Escalation.
Okay.
On Wattpad.
All right. So, oh, wait, how are we going to do dialogue? Like, am I going to read for me? Like, is this going to be like a table read kind of thing?
I think we
would
should.
That be weirder?
Just no. We don't need to get that detailed with it.
Because I read one with Patty, the As It Is, about us banging each other, and we did it like table read style. It was so weird. Okay, so.
Are you starting this one?
Yeah.
All right.
Awsten has always loved his tree friend Jeff. Maybe a bit more than he was supposed to. But who else can he love? They were alone on a hill. Okay. Sometimes Jeff would brush his leaves against Awsten's, and it would make his roots tingle. This wasn't normal.
Hey, Jeff. Awsten leaned his tree self toward Jeff, their branches tangling together very gently. Yeah? Shit, Awsten was nervous. How could he say he wanted to bark all night? He hugged Jeff, and maybe Jeff felt the same because when Awsten felt Jeff's thick branch press against his bark, he couldn't breathe. Instead of speaking, he pressed his bark against Jeff and tangled their smaller branches together until their leaves got stuck. Okay. There was a soft kiss against the top of the tree, and he went down to the base, where there would be a stump. Oh.
He kissed and wrapped a branch around him. Awsten, Jeff whispered. I'm sorry, Awsten, Jeff whispered. Awsten shook his head and banged his body ruthlessly against Jeff, making Jeff hiss. And when Awsten wrapped his soft twigs around Jeff's stump and started to jerk him off, he had no words. So I just want to stop here and kind of summarize what's going on right now. Jeff and I are both trees on the same hill. It doesn't seem like anybody else is around, at least yet. And I am banging Jeff.
You're not banging, you're jerking him off.
Wait, but what about... Oh, true. Yeah, you're right. I got confused because it said Awsten shook his head and banged his body ruthlessly against Jeff.
You're jerking off and banging bark. That's not sex.
What is banging bark?
Just rubbing your bark together, I guess. Dry humping, I guess, is what it is.
All right, so we're dry humping. I'm dry humping Jeff, and we're both
penetration,
trees. Okay.
as far as I can tell.
Ooh, I bet you a branch is going to go in one of those little holes where the owl hides or lives or whatever.
Well,
okay, sorry.
We'll find out.
We're getting ahead of myself.
Okay, before he came, Awsten nudged their bark together in a deep kiss.
Do trees come sap?
Well, I don't know, maybe. Jeff was hesitant to take the next level, but he wanted it. God, he wanted it. And when Awsten pressed his leaking branch inside of his tree hole...
Okay, penetration.
His branches quivered and made a whistle of a moan.
I want to point out that almost every fanfiction I've read loves the word quivered.
I mean, it's a good descriptor.
Quivered, go on.
Awsten moved in erratic movements, going deeper and harder as Jeff's hole got bigger, the wood splintering. Go on, you can finish it off.
This is hard. Fuck, Awsten. There's an F-fuck. Awsten groaned. I was right. I'm gonna sap. Ooh. I knew it. And fuck did he sap so much into Jeff. His entire body filling up and sap pouring out of every entrance of poor Jeff. Wait, that's the end?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It even has a little big banner right at the bottom that says, finished reading the tree fic. So that's nice.
Huh. Okay.
All right, so what are your...
I feel like I don't want to see Jeff for a minute.
That's fine. We don't have to invite him over.
That's fair. Dude, eventually we should start having people come over who are like, we know we're like a part of them, like Otto or whatever, and have him like read along with it.
I would like that.
Otto would be like even more afraid of the internet.
Okay, so first off, because I guess we're going to review these also.
Yeah.
I really like the creativity of this one.
It was abstract, and I did appreciate that.
Because I feel like a lot of them are just like two people having sex.
Right.
And I mean, that's
it's like, oh man, the summer of love, the tour that brought them close together.
and that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But you don't really very often read about trees having sex in fan fiction or any other.
I really
medium.
liked the whole it's the thing I predicted, the sap thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it said I'm gonna sap. I was like,
Yeah, you see, they say that like the best stories are ones where like the ending is inevitable. Like, just because you can see an ending coming doesn't mean like it's written poorly. Like, it's a good thing that it set
Right.
things up well
now
enough for you to know.
unless there was like an M. Night Shyamalan thing going on, and, it was
so
and then there was wind and it pushed them apart, like some kind of shit like that, or
But
lightning
see,
struck.
what I'm saying is that like you talking about putting a branch in a hole and saying that you're gonna sap.
Yeah.
The fact that you
now,
were able to guess
if an owl flew out, that would have been really good.
that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
But my point is that it's really dope that you were able to guess these things because it just demonstrates how well they set up this world and the logic of this world that you were able to come to these conclusions before we even got there.
Right. I like that. So, is our rating system 5 stars?
I don't know what it is yet. I feel like we should go into this a little bit more.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, I do want to point out that they said, filling up his entire body and sap pouring out of every hole. Trees aren't hollow. So from a scientific standpoint,
Yeah, that's true.
you know what I mean? Like, it's not like branches are hollow.
And the word choice of body.
Yeah,
Like-
they did say body a couple times.
So there are a few inconsistencies as far as word
Continuity
choice.
errors.
But I mean that doesn't like take away from it.
Yeah.
That's just something to consider. Like
Is
the
this
next
like,
time you
this
get
is
a
like
little
a
bit
science
drunk.
fiction romance.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I think this is my main complaint is that it's like so short.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's no like character development. It's kind of just like we're trees and we plow.
Yeah, I would like to know
plow.
more. I would like to know more about like this world and the relationship between the two.
And
'Cause
why
if
are there
they-
no other trees around? Because as far as like climate goes, usually there's not just like one or two trees. There's like if trees can grow there, usually there's like a whole bunch.
But being the only trees on the hill is very romantic.
No, it's super romantic, but I'm saying like if you look outside my window right now, there's like a bunch of trees. You know what I mean? It's not just like
Yeah. I also think it would be interesting to delve deeper into the characters because they're the only trees there. Like they're the only people they've ever known.
the
their whole
wait.
lives.
But if they were both there together, unless this is like an Adam and Eve looking thing, like does that mean they're related? If they're like born in the same spot and couldn't move
Like
anywhere?
an acorn fell from the Awsten tree and grew a little Jeff.
Oh man.
I mean you brought
I did.
you brought
That
this
was-
to the
that was
table
my
and
fault.
now we're eating it.
Shit.
I think that's a very good
Is
question.
this like tree cest?
It might be. See, that's if nerd escalation wanted to like expand on this,
right.
that's a direction it could go.
That's not good. I don't think they considered that, but I considered that, and I'm not happy that I did.
Yeah, I don't think that was the intention. I think
Right.
they were just two trees that happened to be born on the same hill.
I'm gonna go with that. I'd rather it be that.
I'm undecided. I feel like the author can do whatever they want.
I guess.
Let me see. I also really liked just being trees. I liked how they took normal sexual concepts that we're used to,
Right.
like the dry humping and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and shifted it to be about trees instead, like banging bark together. What is the
See, and these trees also feel human emotion. It's like, shit, Austin was nervous. Could he say he wanted to? You know what I mean? Like, the trees are very, very human. This could
Yeah.
also be a metaphor because plants are technically alive. You know what I mean?
what
This
is?
could be like
Explain to me what the metaphor is.
an environmental kind of concern. You know what I mean? It's like we
Okay,
need to
yeah.
take care of plants because they're alive. Just like us, they have sexual urges to bang
we
their
need
friends.
to take care of the earth because it wants to fuck.
Right, the earth trying to fuck.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like there's 2 trees in my front yard. Who's to say they're not involved? Like romantically involved.
I mean,
Al Gore's looking out for them. Why aren't we?
thank you, Al.
Thanks, Al Gore.
He saw the signs early on.
Yeah.
I love the phrase "bark all night." How could he say he wanted to bark all night?
Dude,
I love
this
using.
one's already 16 minutes long.
Okay.
Fuck. My bad.
I just really like using the term bark instead of fuck. I think that's very good.
Why?
Because it's, I don't know. Because bark, what I like about it is that it doesn't especially make sense.
Right.
And I don't find
that's like describing sex with a human as like,
yeah,
we
like,
wanted to skin all night.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It's just like our outer layer.
Which I don't think is a bad thing. I think it's really good. I really like that.
Right.
Because, yeah, at first it confused me, I admit, because he wants to bark all night. I thought like woof woof doggy bark.
Right. Oh, I didn't get that. I got tree bark right away.
Because bark is also a verb in real life. That's what I'm saying. But I like that it was changed into a totally different verb here.
See, I'm confused about how I was making Jeff's hole bigger and the wood was splintering. Like, dicks don't break. You know what I mean? Like the splintering part?
I think like you say wood doesn't break? Dicks don't break?
No, I'm saying dicks don't. I mean,
well,
dicks
these are
can
trees,
break.
though.
Huh?
But these are trees.
Okay, where do you draw the line, though, between, like, human sexual interaction and tree sexual interaction? See what I mean, though? Like, there has to be, like, a place where they meet in the middle.
Yeah, and that place is putting a branch in a hole. We've met, and now we can...
All right, fine.
We can kind of...
They can have this. They can have this one.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that... I don't know. That's kind of just saying, like, humans don't ejaculate sap. I feel like that's just
yeah, but I mean that's a way more clear metaphor. But like a splinter is like, I mean, like it's like a little piece of it, kind of like you don't lose a piece of your dick. You can break the whole thing, but you can't like lose a little piece.
But I feel like in this case it was actually, you know how what? Like when you get a crack on your windshield and it starts to like create more tiny cracks.
Okay, so it's glass. Your dick doesn't do that.
I'm saying the splintering of the cracks.
Like if there's a crack in your dick, you better go fix that.
I'm not talking about dicks right now. I'm talking about the hole.
Okay.
Since it's being made bigger by the branch. Right. It's like cracking on the rim of the hole, and so it's like splintering off from the hole. Huh. Do you understand?
I guess, yeah. Okay.
Is my hand visual enough to...
Yeah, no. Okay, hang on. So, I think that's enough for this one. I think. What would you rate it? Our rating system's gonna be you can do half stars if you want, but I think it should be a 5-star thing.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm gonna go with 4 stars out of 5, just because I would like I mentioned, I would like it to be expanded a bit more, right? And just the word choice and consistencies. But I do think it's very creative, and I like the sap a lot and barking. Okay, well, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. All right. Just because, again, it's like you said, it's short, and also, I wanted to see some more. I want to see more words besides like quiver, because that's in every fan fiction I've ever read, and yeah, I mean, like there's just a lot of scientific flaws here. So I'm just gonna go with 3 stars. It's important for our fan fiction to be scientifically accurate. Yeah. All right. I fuck with science. We should respect science. That's true. Cool. So once again, thank you to Al Gore. Thanks, Al Gore. So that was the tree fic. If you want to look it up on your own. What are we doing? Oh my God, you sent so many. Okay. So this person actually specifically requested we look at theirs. Didn't someone say to roast them? Yeah, we're not going to look at that one yet. Okay. Well, which one is this? This person might have said that too. I don't know. What's it called? In the email. They emailed it to you? No. Oh, I guess in the text for you. I called it requested Awsten one shots. Requested. If you want to open that up.
Oh, there it is.
So these are some one-shots.
Wait, is that different from Awsten one-shots?
Yeah. It'll have requested in front of it. It's
Oh.
near the bottom.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
So these are some one-shots written by Bands Are My Aesthetic on Wattpad.
And you said a one-shot's just like a short one? Is that what you're saying?
That's, from what I understand, yeah, it's like a shorter story.
Gotcha.
Somewhere between like 500 or a couple thousand words.
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at the table of contents on this one, they said the last two are water parks ones. So I was going to let you decide which one we wanted to look at. There's one called...
God damn it. Oh, there it is. Cool.
There's one called Blue Lace. And so the genre for that one is smut with not much plot. And it's about daddy kinks and bondage and aftercare floof. I don't actually know what that is.
Okay, so wait, how do I get to that? Because right now I'm on A Night on the Roof, Jalix.
Let me see.
There you go.
Let me get... Holy hell. This is why you should have done it on the computer.
Fair.
Here we go.
True.
See, look, if you... Shit.
Uh-huh.
Up here where it says one-shots, you can press that, and that pulls
Oh,
up the table of
got
contents.
you. Okay.
So the other one is called Your Moonlit Backseat,
Oh, God.
like the song.
Yep.
So this one's genre is lots of sins and lots of smut.
That's your moonlit backseat.
And it
Okay.
doesn't...
Let's do that one.
Okay. All right, this is the shorter of the two, so that's good also. Yeah, and so this person specifically asks that we look at theirs.
Okay.
So,
All right.
we'll just kind of... These are like shorter paragraphs. We'll do a couple each.
I'm gonna close
at a
my
time.
windows so so my neighbors don't hear us reading Jeff and I banging each other.
Okay.
I'm just
that's
assuming
fine.
that's what's gonna happen.
That's a safe bet. What a nice slam.
Thanks, dude. I'm really strong. Okay.
All right, so this is a one-shot by Bands Are My Aesthetic called Your Moonlit Backseat.
Got you.
All right. Fuck. Jeff pulled the car over. What's happening? Awsten was groggy, having been jolted awake by his lover's yelling. Out of gas, go figure.
Oh, God.
Jeff covered his
No,
face.
okay, hang on. There's already a flaw in this. Jeff is really responsible, and we would never run out of gas. But
All right, we'll discuss that in the review
okay.
in the review portion.
Okay.
All right, out of gas, go figure. Jeff covered his face and just let out a groan. Okay, well, how far are we from the hotel? Awsten rubbed his face, trying to wake up. 20, maybe 30 minutes? Jeff ran his hand through his hair. But that's by car. Shit, nearest gas station? Even further than that. Awsten groaned and put his elbows on his knees.
This almost happened to us in real life. We were after the first tour. We were no. Actually, before the first tour. Yeah, okay. We had to go to Vegas to pick up a van, so we flew there and we are gonna drive the van back, and we had to start the tour like the next day. And
So you flew to Vegas and then had to drive the van back to Texas?
Yeah. And
Wonderful.
Dude, it was fucking bad. Like we're like, oh, there's gonna be another gas station. This is when we were dumb and we didn't really get how this worked. We were driving through the fucking desert. The sun was going down. We were seeing like scary ass mountain goats and stuff, and they were just staring at us. And we're like, dude, we are so fucking low on gas. And we kept finding gas stations. And they'd be like closed down or out. Or I was like, oh my God, we're gonna fucking die in the desert. This sucks. Like, we finally got a tour and we're gonna die.
Going out in a blaze of glory right at the beginning.
No, a goat would eat us. There's nothing good about that.
I like goats.
Okay, so let me see. All right, so we're fucked until we can get a tow truck. Yes. So we can fuck. Jeff was taken aback. That was not what he was expecting from Awsten, especially not now. Seriously, it's the middle of the night, and I don't know. I've always wanted to fuck in the backseat of a car. I find it hard to believe you've never fucked in a car. Look, Jeff, I'm 25. I've never had a drink of alcohol. You shouldn't be shocked by anything like this. Jeff rolled his eyes. I just don't know why you'd want to do it. It's not as romantic as it sounds. Well, I'm curious. So will you please just fuck me in the back of this car? Jeff reaches across the seat and pulled Awsten into a kiss over the center console. So I'm just going to pretend this is happening when we're driving back from Vegas because it could have easily gone down this way.
Yeah, that really sets the scene.
Yeah.
All right, here, wait. Awsten unbuckled and crawled over into Jeff's lap.
No!
Putting his legs in the tiny bit of space on either side of his boyfriend.
What?
Better. He kissed Jeff a little bit harsher, biting on Jeff's lip. They kissed rough, fighting for dominance. Fuck. Jeff pulled back, a small dot of blood on his lip. He went to wipe it off, but Awsten stopped him. Here. Awsten wiped the blood with his thumb.
I hate blood.
Putting the digit into his mouth.
I hate blood. Oh, God.
How the fuck are you so hot? Jeff gripped the back of the younger's neck, pulling him in once again. Let me ride you. Jeff pulled the lever on the seat, making it fall back until the headrest was in contact with the back seat. Hey, like the song, Moonlit Backseat. Hey. Jeff laid against the seat with Awsten straddling his hips. Is this close enough to your backseat fantasy?
Jesus fucking Christ. So I just want to be clear really quick. If we just ran out of gas, I would be in panic, let's figure this out mode. And definitely not in let's bang in your backseat mode.
Are you, well, I mean, you say that now, but like in the moment, who knows really?
Oh no, because I remember when we were running out of gas, I was like, fuck, and like figure shit out mode.
Well, that was when you were running out of gas, not when you had run out of gas.
Okay, I would most likely be figuring out how to not get eaten by like a goat.
Well, there are no goats in this story.
Whatever. Okay, so...
Well, there might be. We aren't done yet.
So this is close enough to your backseat fantasy. Awsten hummed against Jeff's neck, where he was leaving dark spots or dark marks on the boy beneath him. He would grind down onto Jeff a bit, and every time he'd bite onto Jeff's shoulder, you're such a slut for pain. Okay. You act like you aren't. Awsten shrugged and resumed grinding on his boyfriend. The brown-haired boy let out grunts and moans from the movements. Fucking hell, Awsten, let me ride me already. You can go. Jesus Christ.
As you wish. He moved up next to Jeff's ear. Daddy. His teeth grazed Jeff's earlobe, sending shivers down the older boy's spine. Awsten unbuttoned and pulled down Jeff's jeans agonizingly slow, and at this point Jeff was done with the foreplay and teasing. He needs to put his boy back in his place. He grabbed the collar of Austin's shirt and pulled him down to whisper in his ear, "Listen here, baby, you may be on top of me, and you may think you're in charge, but I will bend you over the hood of this fucking car and spank you till you can't sit, so get on with it."
Jesus Christ!
No, he says, "Fucking hell," the younger boy whispered, and as he was asked, he ripped Jeff's boxers and jeans just far enough to get out his dick. He reached over to the passenger side and fished around for a minute. Eventually, he found what he was looking for.
Was it a dick?
Before they took this trip, he had stopped for a, adult store and a bottle of lube as slid out into the floor.
Damn it!
He dropped a bit into his hand and warmed it up a bit and slicked up Jeff's cock.
I hate that word. I can't read that word out loud.
It's a good thing I got this section then.
Yeah.
He pulled off his own skinny jeans and simply just pulled his black panties to the side.
My black panties? Why are they panties?
That is dope. Do you want to finish off the story?
I don't want to say that next part. Okay.
Going. He pulled out the small plug he had in and pretty much immediately sank down.
I had a plug in? Dude. Okay.
Sank down.
I'm so devious in this story.
Onto Jeff's dick. Both boys moaned at the feeling, and Jeff gripped onto Austin's hips, letting his fingernails dig in.
Okay, I just want to point out really quick that Jeff's hands are really hot in real life, and this would bother me so much.
Hot hands digging in.
Ugh.
All right, do you want to finish, or you just want me to do it?
Just read the next part, and I'll keep going. Just read the first, 5 words.
Good boy, just like that.
Okay. He praised the purple-haired boy. So this is a newer one. I have purple hair. And continued to guide his hips up and down. Oh, fuck. Awsten got a sudden rush of pleasure and collapsed onto his boyfriend's chest. Jeff began to thrust up into Awsten and tug on the purple locks. God damn it. Awsten was letting out strings of whimpers and moans, as well as curses and mutters of, "Oh, daddy." Oh, shit. Suddenly... Tap, tap, tap. What the? Oh, fuck. Jeff cursed. "Awsten, baby, hey, pull off for a minute. Austin was confused, but did as he was told because he doesn't fucking hear knocking, apparently. Jeff pulled an old hoodie around Austin's, I'm going to assume that's supposed to be waist, to hide both of their dicks from view. Fuck me. Wow, I can't read. He let the seat back up and rolled down the window. Hello, officer. Go fucking figure, his voice would crack.
So we got a good twist ending in this one.
Right.
This was also very passionate.
Yeah. Okay. I had a butt plug in.
Right.
And that wasn't brought up until way
Are you
later.
talking about the story?
I'm talking about what just fucking happened.
So in the story.
In the story, yeah. I
you got a butt
no,
plug.
in real life, I did not have a fucking butt plug in.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
To quote the story, I find that hard to believe. All right, so what are your initial thoughts on this one? I like that you were able to immediately connect with it with that like Las Vegas story.
Yeah, it's true. Again, I most likely would have been getting fucked by like a herd of goats or like a fleet of goats. Mountain goats. They had horns.
All right, look, you're a good-looking guy, but I don't think goats want to fuck you.
Fuck you.
As much as you would.
You don't know that.
You gotta don't flatter yourself quite so much.
Okay. They said it's hard to believe I've never fucked in a car. We don't have to acknowledge that part.
Why not? What I find interesting is that they're very concerned at the beginning about how they've run out of gas.
Yeah.
And how screwed they are in this situation until they can get a tow truck.
Mm-hmm. Did we even call a tow truck?
Yeah, I was going to say, as far as I know, like AAA, these are like 24-hour services.
I'm surprised it wasn't like, you're out of gas, the gas station's far away, everything's far away, and your phone's dead. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that last one wasn't thrown in there.
Yeah. I feel like they should have, like, because if they're in the middle of nowhere, it's probably going to take a while for the tow truck to get there anyway.
Yeah, we should have just called and then fucked.
Yeah.
That's like that would be the smart thing to do. Like, I feel like if Jeff and I were to be banging, we'd still be smart about it and be like,
yeah, like you don't have to wait until morning to
no.
call.
Like, that's stupid. Like, I'd be like thirsty probably and like, yeah. No, I feel like we would definitely call the tow truck first.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. We established that we're dating early on, because by his lovers yelling in the second, like literally the second line.
So I guess another question I have is the story's called Your Moonlit Backseat.
Right.
Do you think that like in the reality of this story, like you guys go through this little experience and then that's what inspires you to write the song with that lyric in it?
Maybe that's what this was supposed to be.
I think so. Or maybe you wrote the song because you wanted something like this.
They would have written it in a past tense thing and given me blue hair because I had blue hair when I wrote that song.
Okay, yeah.
See what I mean? Like,
so
they
I
would
guess
have been...
maybe you wrote the song like wanting an experience like this. That's why you wrote the line in
okay.
there.
So it'd be like this didn't actually like the song didn't actually happen, but I do want to experience it, like that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Like
what
you
you're
wrote
saying.
it because you wanted it.
Okay.
And now your dreams finally.
Yeah, but they should have given me. Oh no. Okay, yeah. If it's in like a retrospect kind of thing, then purple hair does make sense.
Right.
Okay.
I do appreciate all the detail it goes into.
Yeah, and they didn't use a lot of like cliches as far as like adjectives go.
Right. I was gonna say as we were reading it, I don't think they. Let me do a control F.
Yeah. Double check, but I don't think they said.
Yep, there was no quiver in this.
Did they say squirm? Because that's another common one. Squirm is.
There's no squirm.
No squirm and no quiver. See, I appreciate that. They're taking it to another place.
Right.
So this one wasn't abstract, but I don't think it was supposed to be. So we can't mark off points for that. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, yeah, that's not ever something to like take points off.
Yeah, because this is a realism piece.
Yeah, what I do like and what I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
What I like is that in this one, Awsten is wearing panties.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're black panties. And what I want to ask, that doesn't seem to fit into like your very like colorful.
It's true. Okay, here's the
aesthetic.
thing though.
So like, what color panties do you imagine you would be wearing in this scenario?
I feel like, okay, so I've got favorite pairs of underwear now recently to try and be like semi like an adult, and if anybody was to see them, they wouldn't be like, oh great, like I'm seeing a cartoon character's underwear. Like I did buy some Calvin Kleins and everything, and then Under Armour
fancy
sent me some
boy.
for free. Yeah, I know, because I was all like, oh, Justin Bieber did it, I want to be like Justin Bieber.
Right.
That's how advertising
As we all
works.
know.
Yeah, and
For me, the way that advertising works is I see half a second of a hamburger on TV, and then I want to go buy a hamburger.
right. So I
And
guess
eat
when
my fat
I
ass to death.
when I post a picture in my Kleins, in my Calvins,
Right.
that'll make people want to buy Calvin Kleins. You know what
Right.
I mean?
And we're gonna do that photo shoot right after this. Right.
I'm gonna no. I'm gonna wait till we're like a little either more irrelevant or until we need like a push, and I'm trying to be like a bad boy. Then I'll drop some underwear pictures. I'll have John take them.
All right. I'm sure he's excited.
Oh yeah, dude. He's stoked. He's been wanting to do it for a minute. Oh, but as far as the panty thing goes, my favorite pair that I have is like neon green. They're like my favorite ones to wear.
Yeah.
And then I've got some blue ones that I'm like pretty. I think I'm wearing those today actually.
Why don't you find out?
All right.
Here we go. Austin's standing and undoing his belt. You can probably hear.
Oh no, that was
Oh.
yesterday. These ones are just gray.
Just gray. Very, very drab.
Yeah, I know. Well, today I'm a little more muted.
That's true. We got the brown and the black, and then apparently underneath we got the gray.
Yeah. Sure, it's yellow. Right?
I don't know. It's like brown. It's like a mustard yellow.
I hate
like
mustard
a
yellow.
brown mustard. I mean.
Ew.
The kind that
what
I
a
did.
fucking way to describe. Okay.
Well, that's the color of the shirt.
Okay. So theoretically, I would most likely be wearing colorful ones, unless it was like I'm being like. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what kind of underwear I'd be wearing. I'm like in between right now. Because
In between undies.
I'm in
What does that
between
mean?
underwear style. Because, okay, check it. All my old pairs were like. They're like the pairs that I've been wearing since like 2012 or whatever. Which I still have. I've just been wearing them less. They're all colorful. Like. I remember I had, when I was staying at John's old apartment in California for a bit, and I looked at my bag that I was keeping all my clothes in, my dirty clothes, and I was like, Jesus Christ, all my underwears, it was like yellow, pink, blue, red, purple, like it was the most colorful thing, and I was just like, dude, okay. But now there's definitely like more black thrown in. Also because I feel like they just last longer when they're black, or like without looking shitty. Because I mean, like
They
no,
don't-
when
they
they're
don't-
bright, they get dingier quicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
So-
like getting dirty at the same pace, but you just don't know.
Yeah.
So
Like
you can feel better about it.
Exactly. Like I mean, I don't know. Like they would just look worse quicker if I was still wearing.
So when they're black, you can wear dirty panties without feeling bad.
No, it's not like that. I'm just saying I can wash them more and everything, and they won't look as old as quick. You know?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting
Yeah.
at.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Let me see. Well, it's episode 1, and I took my pants off.
Yeah.
Or took a good start.
Off to a great start.
Okay. Another thing. Okay. This would fuck me up in real life, like in a gross way, because, I mean, okay. Like Jeff is very rough.
I
And-
can tell from this story.
And I've told him that before. I'm like, dude, okay, when you like come at me or whatever, it is so rough all the fucking time. And so the part where he grips my neck, I'd be like, oh god, because I don't like again, his hands are very hot. Like that would freak. And he like whispers on my neck and stuff. Like that would freak me out. I'd be like, dude, oh god, like. I'm not saying that's with everybody. I'm just saying Jeff specifically.
Jeff, it would feel like an attack.
Yeah, his presence feels like an attack.
He has a malevolent presence.
Yeah, it's just like it's like he's a sweet person, but it's like physically he's very rough.
All right. Yeah.
Alrighty. Now let's talk about some of the dialogue.
Okay.
Okay, you're such a slut for pain.
That's very good.
Jesus Christ,
I really like that turn of phrase.
a slut for pain. That means I'd go to anybody for pain. I'm just like, fucking kill me.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to get the shit slapped out of you, and you'll take it
then
where you
then
get
I
it.
counter it. I'm like, you act like you aren't. And I resume grinding. Hell yeah.
So you're both sluts for pain.
We're both sluts for pain.
Well, see, that's the good thing about the dialogue in this is that we get a lot of characterization through action, obviously, but we
Yeah.
also get it through the dialogue without going into that like it's better. No one likes an exposition dump, like just a long paragraph explaining that Awsten is a slut for pain.
Right.
We just get it through that little snippet.
Mm-hmm.
And it like brings a whole new dimension that you didn't know about before that.
Now, I'm glad we did this one before some other ones because a lot of other things involve a lot of cum. And
This one was a little bit cumless.
I know, yeah, because we got stopped by the cop.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. We got our sap
Kinda.
off in the other one.
We
but-
got the sap in the other one, but no, the thing is, I think this was a good jumping off point because I don't think I was ready to be like, and Jeff filled his tiny body. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'd have been ready for that quite
You didn't
yet.
want to dive into the deep end.
Yeah, I feel like that could have easily gone here. Like, I'm surprised it wasn't like, and then the cop climbed in the car.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have been even
we
bigger
don't know.
twist.
We don't know that didn't happen.
That's true. We just end.
Is there
with
going to be a
reading-
sequel? We don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Did I just write it?
If
Maybe.
the author hears this, they might start a part 2. And we can see what happens with the officer. If they join or if you get arrested and sent to jail.
Also, I'd be very interested to hear like a Jeff voice crack because I don't think I've really heard his voice crack unless it's like practicing singing stuff. You know what I mean? Like regular speaking, he doesn't really like. Oh.
Yeah, he's already like past puberty.
I want to cut back to that dialogue of like your voice is always changing.
Yeah.
That's a talk line callback right there for you.
Man, what a deep cut.
What a deep cut.
All right, let's see. Is there anything else we want to talk about for this one?
I'm immune to knocking. Like,
Yeah, I guess that's a little bit.
That kinda fucked me
an
up.
Inconsistency.
yeah, because I'm a very paranoid person in real life, and I would be very, very, very alert if I was to be fucking Jeff in a car, and I didn't see like cop lights or even like another car's lights in general, even if it wasn't like flashing like red and
Yeah,
blue.
and also, like, there's not really a lot of distance between a person in a seat and like the
Yeah.
window.
Oh no, the cop would have known what we were doing for sure.
Yeah. I mean, putting the jacket over the waist or whatever it was you put on the waist to cover the dicks, like. it ain't gonna
Did
be
one
enough.
jacket cover both dicks?
I mean, probably. That's not like a stretch. I don't think.
Right.
A jacket is generally a lot bigger than just one penis,
Yeah.
and in most cases two. Also,
But I mean, I'm saying as far as like how close we're sitting to each other.
I think let me look at it again.
Oh, and he says, "Good boy," just like that. He praised the purple hair, but that freaks me out.
As far as rereading this, as far as I know, you're still like on top of him.
What? Why would we roll?
He's just not inside you anymore.
Why would I still be sitting on his lap if there's a cop right there? Like I'd fucking fall off onto like the passenger seat, just like nope, and just like roll over. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, Jeff says to pull off for a minute, and I guess that could mean either like pull off of my dick or like
I think
pull off
that's
of
what
my
I got
body.
from it. Oh, I see what you're saying.
So it might be like, hey, get off of my lap.
Yeah, I think that's what I was kind of getting out of it. That's why I was saying it's weird if we're both in different seats and one jacket is covering both of us.
Right. Yeah, one of you is probably a lot more covered than the other.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
But anyway, I mean, that's just more material that we could potentially get in a sequel.
yeah. I hear you. The last thing I'm gonna say is, it's very creepy. There's like a parental thing going on. He's like, good boy, just like that. He did, like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm like a child, and then with him I'm like, oh, daddy.
Yeah.
That freaks me out. I've never been down with being called daddy.
That's fine.
That kind of freaks me out. Like, if anyone's like, there's one time.
Yeah, what is the story about to be?
I don't know. Okay. Anytime that's ever come up or anyone's ever tried to make that like a pet name or anything, like a daddy kind of thing, I'm like, yes, mother, or yes, mom, and like that shuts shit down real quick. I can't do the daddy
So has this
thing.
happened a lot?
No.
Okay.
Just once, and I shut that shit down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's okay.
Well, dude, we're up to like 45 minutes right now, I think.
All right.
Is that episode 1?
Well, we got to review. We got to rate this one.
Yeah. Okay.
I went first last time. You go ahead and go first on this one.
Okay. Okay. Well, see, it's tough because obviously I'm biased. You know what I mean? Like, I don't in real life want to fuck Jeff.
Well, I mean, you can't bring those biases to the
I know.
series,
It's hard for me to set them aside. I haven't had to yet. Usually I'm just kind of like, ew, and then like, that's it. Like, that's usually my review. But, okay. So I appreciate that they didn't use cliches. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
quivered, smirked, stuff like that.
You were able to relate to the setting.
I was, yeah, and I like that there's it actually kind of had something to do with the title, and it played into something else in my life. You know what I mean? Where it was like this. Oh, it's a. Sorry, I just the whole like lyric thing. They were like, okay, let's take one of the lyrics and then make our own story around it.
Yeah, that's good.
I appreciated that.
It's not just like a random story and then a random lyric assigned to it.
See, the thing is, I wasn't totally blown away. I'm glad Jeff didn't come in me. I like that there were certain little things, like he took out his butt plug. It wasn't like in the beginning like he was wearing a butt plug, and like there's random little twists
little
like that. Where it's like,
surprises.
oh, okay, I was wearing a butt plug.
Yeah.
There were little things like that throughout it, and I liked those. And then it leaves you on a cliffhanger. So I wasn't totally blown away, but I will give this one 4 stars.
Okay.
Yeah. It got the job done. What about you?
I think I would go with 4 also because, like you said, I like all those details.
Wait, this had the same review for you as the tree one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like them both for different reasons.
Fair.
I also like that they kind of had like a premonition. They said it in like present day with your purple hair, and also were able to accurately guess like your underwear wardrobe these days. The more
True. Yo,
darker
actually,
colors.
you're right.
So that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you basically hit all the points that I would have hit about what I liked about it.
Huh.
Yeah, all those nice details, leaving you on a good cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would give it 4 out of 5.
Tight. Cool.
So I guess that's going to do it for the inaugural episode of Awsten and Travis' Slumber Party.
Good night. That should be our sign-off thing.
Just abrupt like that. Just good night.
No, but I mean, like, thanks for coming to the Awsten and Travis' Slumber Party.
Okay.
And then like a good
let's
night
start.
kind of thing.
I'll say again, and then you wrap it up however you want. Let's try it. Let's take it. Take 2.
All right.
Clear your throat.
Okay.
All right, I guess that's going to do it for the first episode of Awsten and Travis' Slumber Party.
Thanks for tuning in. Good night.